So maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the conservative. Maybe I'm the one that has like the differing viewpoints. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? It's all interesting. Let us know, guys, in the comments. What drama are you bringing to Thanksgiving? What's your favorite foods? What are you looking forward to the most on Thanksgiving, man?
Ooh, that's tough. Because with Thanksgiving and Christmas, the thing that I like most about it is, of course, the family time. But 1B to my 1A of family time is the food. So, fried turkey. I'm a really big fried turkey person. The way it just traps the juices and it's phenomenal.
Do you deep fry like outside?
Yeah, deep fried outside.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you get like the big metal I don't know, cauldron, whatever you want to call that shit. With the peanut oil, you inject the turkey with the spices and juices and stuff. You season it up, do all that kind of stuff, and then you put that bad boy in there for a couple of hours. But I'm gonna be making the ham this year. So, of course, I got to shout out my own ham. Natalie's making empanadas, so that's going to be really good. She's making them, but apparently I have to help.
Teamwork.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to choose food. To pick a specific thing. What about you? Is there like one thing that is your go-to?
I don't care that much about food, but Thanksgiving, like turkey, it's whatever. I like chicken more than turkey.
Mm-hmm.
But I love mac and cheese and ham. Ham and mac and cheese, the combo is always great.
That's true.
I love biscuits. That's pretty much it. And I love wine. Wine is great. Wine and swine.
Oh man, the other things that I didn't mention is probably potato salad. What about you, Troy? What's your go-tos for Thanksgiving?
My go-tos are definitely the turkey. Unfortunately, I never had fried turkey because I have a peanut allergy, so I know it's fried in peanut oil, and it just hearing you say that, I'm just like, oh.
They can use different kinds of oil though. There's I don't remember if they can use vegetable oil, but there's some other oil you can use.
I'll have to find someone who can do that because that sounds really good. But no, my favorites are definitely the turkey. I love the ham, the biscuits, yams, and I come from a blended family, so it's like arroz con gandules, which is just rice and beans, but that always is amazing. Those are probably my go-tos.
Okay. I like it. Yeah. It's so weird. You mentioned yams, and I've never really been a fan of yams, but I love sweet potato pie. And I'm like, I don't understand. And even sweet potato mashed potatoes, I'm definitely a fan. But yams, I don't know what it is. It's like maybe a little bit too sweet. How do you typically like them?
I'm the opposite. I'm not big on sweet potato pie, but I love the yams. Something about the nutmeg, the brown sugar, and cinnamon and stuff is just so good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Must be a palate thing with sweet potato and how it's made or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I love yams, but not the food.
Oh man, cracking them yams. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. It'll be a good time, and I think there's some good football happening on Thanksgiving too.
Yeah, it's an American holiday. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be interesting this year. With all the wars and upcoming elections and political drama, people fighting Fed charges. Do you ever get into political conversation over Thanksgiving?
Sometimes, I will say it depends on how large of a group we have, whether or not it gets rambunctious with some of the topics that come up. Like this year, I think we're just doing a small family thing, with my parents, my sister and her family, and then probably Nat's family, her immediate family. So it probably won't be too contentious with some of the things going on. But yeah, I don't know. What about you?
Yeah, we're gonna have something small, with my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like that's all. We always talk about things in the house, so it's kind of just the norm. When you do expand to other family members, it gets interesting because people have different perspectives.
Yeah, I know you got some conservatives in the family.
Relatively speaking, I don't really know. I mean, I feel like a little bit, but not 100%.
Okay.
But there are some differences in opinions. I find it all interesting, but I think this year be more just about focusing on family and,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll probably end up talking about some shit that's going on, but I don't know. What about you, Troy?
I mean, probably some light talks about politics and stuff like that. My grandma's very, she watches the news and she's very into politics, so she likes picking everybody's brain, even though for the most part we're all in agreement with what's going on. But it's like the little things. She's like, "Oh, well, you don't like this," and it's like, "No, not really." Or someone going off about a conspiracy theory or some, vaccine talk or something like that. You're like, "All right, I'm here to eat. I don't want to talk about all this shit." So we'll see. Hopefully, it's light like that this year, though.
Yeah, I do agree with that. The vaccine stuff. If my parents are listening, I'm sorry, but they've been going crazy with the vaccine shit ever since COVID started. The other thing is so my parents, they recently started going to the Democrat meetings in their town.
Shit.
Because in Pemberton, the Democrats are getting beat down by the Republicans. The Republicans trying to take over. They're trying to make money because the town is struggling with taxes and stuff. So they're trying to get any Democrats they can to attend the meetings and be more active. So I definitely have some differing opinions on what the town should do. And we've already discussed that a little bit.
Wow. Damn. Yeah.
So maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the conservative. Maybe I'm the one that has the differing viewpoints. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? It's all interesting. Let us know, guys, in the comments. What drama are you bringing to Thanksgiving?
I feel like it's only with the larger family get-togethers. Like once you have maybe 15 plus people, or somebody brings somebody that's new,
a wild card.
Yeah. You got to have a little bit of salt and pepper added to the family mix.
Yeah. People have all types of drama, man. I was reading this one story about some family drama over who's hosting Thanksgiving, man. Did you read that whole story?
So I read the first part of this, and the person that wrote it, they were in depth. They gave a lot of information.
Yeah. A lot of information. I was trying to take notes. I was just like, geez, I don't even know. I might as well just keep the whole article open. But of course, this started on Reddit. Someone asking, am I the asshole for hosting my own Thanksgiving after my daughter-in-law didn't invite me to hers? So this woman, she's concerned she doesn't have a good relationship with her daughter-in-law. And this post actually ended up growing, as time in real time, and she was providing updates. But initially, she was explaining that, her son was in college dating his now wife, and she told him to get a paternity test because he was not exclusive with her and she wasn't either at the time. And he did, and he's the father. The first time that they met, she told her that it was not a pleasure to meet the person who thinks she's a whore. And she never called her that. She tried to explain, but she got cut off by her son. This obviously escalated over the years to the point now the family, they rotate who hosts Thanksgiving. So now it's her daughter-in-law's turn to host. So she texted the daughter-in-law asking, what time should she be over? And she responded saying, her husband's invited, but you can't come. So she reached out, to her son, who wasn't aware that she was uninvited from Thanksgiving. But she was wondering if she's the asshole in the situation.
Boy, this is a messy situation. I'd say no. Not at all. Honestly, she's trying to protect her son. She doesn't know this chick from any other chick walking the street. And at the end of the day, I think that's a fair request, honestly. I really do. Especially if I don't know what kind of family they have, but they said it was a shotgun wedding, so I'm assuming they're a Christian family that wants them to be married before the kid comes. So if that's the case, and he's about to spend the rest of his life with this woman that he did not intend to get pregnant, I think it's more than fair to make sure that this kid is mine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think the same. And she was able to provide more details because people were in the comments asking, So she responded and she was like, oh, she called her daughter-in-law to ask about how her son presented the paternity test, and if they were exclusive at the time. So she was able to get a response through text, and she says, I got thrown under the bus. She said they were on a break when she got pregnant. Apparently, they dated for like 2 months, had a break, became fuck buddies again, got back together. Then she found out she was pregnant. He presented it as me forcing him to have the test.
Oh, so her son is a bitch.
So he was the one who, I guess, framed it in that way.
He created this whole problem in more ways than one.
Yeah. So, at least she was able to do some digging and get some clarity. But I do always have the standpoint of, it's the son's job to maintain the relationship between them, and it seems like he kind of ruined it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have this, tug of war when it comes to Thanksgiving of like whose house to go see. When you have people, in situations like this where they rotate and there's some beef, it could get awkward because the problem initially was, if I'm not invited, then she was going to have Thanksgiving at her house. All the rest of their siblings said, okay, they're going to go to the mom's house and not go to the girl's house. So it's like all this family drama,
That's
man.
a mess.
Do you think that this is like a common thing of like fighting over who goes where?
I wouldn't be surprised. I think that, maybe in most cases it's a little bit simpler than this because clearly they have some animosity that has nothing to do with Thanksgiving. I think a lot of people are just like, oh, I don't want to host it. Or other people are like, yeah, I want to host it every single year. I think it can be as simple as that.
Yeah.
But when you add in some of the other family drama, the nuances of who did what or who didn't do something, and you called me XYZ, like family grudges hold a long time.
Yeah.
They really do. I know in my family, I'm never in support of that type of shit. I'm like, life is too short. Y'all are too old to be holding grudges over nonsense. Like, that's just how I view it.
Yeah, I agree. And, I try not to hold grudges with family. But I'm more, I don't know. People could really be entitled over each other's time. And, I say to each their own. I don't know. I don't have like a family of my own, so I still go to my parents. I feel like if I do have to decide in the future, I'll try to, either alternate with who I'm with, our families, or host it myself. But you're right. Like, it's never a point of having the beef over it. Subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Spotify, follow on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
All the apps. We're everywhere. We are everywhere.